Hello, and this is just a quick update video to let you know a couple of pieces of news. So the first is that the fall update patch is expected on Tuesday. It's not been confirmed by DICE yet, but all the evidence points to it being Tuesday the 30th of September. So that's when you're going to get to see all the new CTE improvements put onto the live servers. It should be across all the platforms, so old gen consoles, next gen consoles and the PC, and it's probably going to be a large update. I imagine that pretty much every file in the game is going to change for this. They've changed a lot of the maps, they've changed a lot of the modes, and they've changed pretty much every weapon in the game and most of the character animations. So the three big things you're going to notice are the weapon damage. They've reduced the weapon damage of pretty much all the assault rifles, carbines and PDWs by 1. So you will now find that it will take 1 extra shot at close range to kill an opponent, but it doesn't matter anymore if he's wearing body armor, you'll kill him at the same rate. At longer ranges it's not quite as noticeable because the damage is less, but it still takes 1 extra round with some guns. Medium ranges they perform about the same. The long range guns have all had their accuracy tweaked a bit, so that's been improved, and they've also had their bullet velocity increased, so that makes them a bit more effective at long range to make up for them being less effective at close range. The second most noticeable thing in the game is the netcode. So it's had another big improvement. There'll be a lot less kill trading, the communication between the server and the client is a lot better. Kill trading, one-shot kills, getting shot while in cover, all of those things have been improved again. And if you add the improvements to the character animations, it really does feel a lot different, and you can shoot at opponents more reliably knowing that if you're aiming at the character model you see on the screen, that is where they actually are and that's what state they're actually in. What they've done is speeded up the transitions back to Battlefield 3 levels, so you will go from prone to crouch to standing faster, and they've also made it so that you move from walking to running to sprinting faster. By speeding up those transitions there's less chance that the client and server will think you're in different stances. And the third noticeable change is the HUD. You've got a lot more options as to how you set it up, the transparency of icons, the size of icons, whether they scale, so will an icon be bigger when it's close up or smaller if it's further away. All of that kind of stuff is now controllable in the options. So here you can see I've got a double-sized mini-map, and a lot of the icons fade out or disappear when I'm zoomed in. You're also going to get the triage system. So that is the ring around a character that shows the amount of time you've got to revive them. And you're also going to get the revive timer ping. So when you're charging up your paddles, you'll now get a beep to say that your paddles are fully charged and you're going to give them 100% revive. Now while the HUD changes are nice, they don't fundamentally affect the way the game plays. What really will affect the way the game plays is the damage reduction and the character movement changes. Enemies don't move quite the way you're expecting. They change direction faster, they accelerate faster. That takes a bit of getting used to. But it's the extra bullet that takes a lot of getting used to, because you'll fire a burst on full auto, turn thinking you've killed them because you'll pretty much know how long a burst it's going to take from something like an AEK to kill someone. Well, that's not true anymore. It takes you a fraction longer and it takes a few more bullets. Originally I was going to film this little video on the standard servers and basically say goodbye to the old version of the game. Unfortunately when I went to play on it, I'd played CTE so much recently that I really struggled on the live servers, and it took me a while to get back into it and just get the timings right. So when this patch comes out, be prepared for the game to feel considerably different and for you to have to adjust the way you play. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people hating on this patch because it is quite a big change to the game late on into the game's life and all done at once. So that's the fall patch that should be arriving on Tuesday. That's the 30th. Like I say, there's no confirmation of this, but we've had a lot of hints and that's where everything is pointing to. The second piece of news is nothing to do with Battlefield, but it might affect the channel quite a bit in October, and that's that I'm going to have a look at a new flat on Tuesday as well. So I may well be moving house. I'm looking at moving to somewhere a bit more modern and in a bit of a quieter area than I'm currently in. I've been looking around for a while, but not really seriously, you know, just occasionally seeing what was available. And on Thursday I got a phone call to say there was a flat available, it's in the kind of area I want, it's within my budget, so providing it's in good condition, I'm probably going to take it. It's one of those deals where you've pretty much got to say yes or no at the time, or they'll just give it to somebody else. This is just an early heads up that things might get a bit slow on the channel, because if I do move, then I've got to rearrange cable and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if the flat's got cable in it. I know it's in a cable area with the same provider that I'm currently with, but it might need to be installed. You've got to work out all the hassles with contracts and insurance and all that stuff before you move in. And of course there's then going to be the whole business of packing everything you own into boxes, transporting it across town, and then trying to unpack it and make some sense of where everything's got to go. Hopefully you can get everything sorted out and rebuilt before the final Stand DLC is launched and before COD comes out. What I'm planning on doing is recording a bunch of gameplay videos, putting them up on the channel but unpublished, and then I will be able to just publish them from anywhere over my phone if need be. That way the channel can keep on ticking over even if I don't have a cable connection for a week and I'm living out of cardboard boxes. So those are the two updates. The fall patch is most probably happening on Tuesday, and I'm probably about to go through the most stressful thing you can do in your life, which is moving house. Now the patch notes for this fall update are going to be huge, so what I'll probably do is split them into sections and then go through them and show you all the changes that are happening. Thanks for watching.